Hello, lovely listeners, and welcome to the Fuel and Thrive podcast. So, today I'm going to share with you the exact approach I use to help my clients end yo yo dieting all through my coaching program and how working one to one with me can change your life. I know that sounds a bit drastic, but I firmly believe that is the impact this program has. So, let me start by telling you a bit about why I create. So let me just start by telling you a little bit about why I curated this program. I've worked with hundreds of women who all tell the same story. It's a story I am familiar with because it was me once as well. They feel like they've tried everything, but nothing works long term. They've spent years, even decades of their life trying to diet after diet, losing weight only to gain it back again, and usually ending up piling on even more. Every plan they've followed centers around restrictions like cutting out food they love, maybe banning entire food groups, and forcing themselves into extreme workout routines they dread. And while this may work short term, because I know that it has for me in the past, it usually leads to feelings of misery, frustration, isolation, and kind of that feeling that you are failing, a sense of failure, as if you are the problem. But let me tell you something, you are not the problem. It's the unsustainable approaches that you've been told to follow. So the good news is I found another way with Fuel and Thrive. So here's what I've discovered. The missing ingredients to sustainable fat loss are not willpower and extreme measures, right? I know it sounds obvious, but sometimes it's got to be said. It's about finding balance, learning how to fuel your body, and creating habits that you can stick to for a lifetime. So the things that you do when you're on a diet should be the things that you continue to do when you're not on a diet. And not just to lose weight, because honestly, almost anyone can do that, but to learn how to keep it off forever. So I know it sounds a bit cliche to say, oh, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, but it kind of is. So I'm on a mission to help women change how they view dieting and help them build a body they love. Dieting doesn't have to mean restriction or sacrifice. It doesn't have to be miserable or isolating. And it doesn't have to be something you put your whole life on hold for. I have poured everything I've learned, my personal experiences, the lessons from coaching so many incredible women, into the Fuel and Thrive program. It's not just about fat loss and fitness. This program is about creating a whole life transformation. So we dig into your mindset, your relationship with food and body, and give you the tools that will ripple into every aspect of your life. So it's not just going to be this program done. It's like everything has a knock-on effect, a positive knock-on effect to the rest of your life. So if you're ready to just stop surviving and start thriving, if you want to fuel your body and live a life that you genuinely are excited about, then keep listening because this is for you. So you might be wondering, how is this program different? Why is this time going to work when so many other tries haven't? And I understand the skepticism. It's easy to feel that way after trying diet after diet, but let me explain why this time is going to be different. First of all, this program is completely tailored to you. So I don't do cookie cutter programs here. Everything is personalized, so your nutrition, your training, and even how we structured the whole program to fit your lifestyle, not trying to fit your lifestyle into the program. No client will have the same coaching experience. This isn't about following a rigid diet plan that you have to put your life on hold for. It's about learning how to reach your goals while still living your life. So I want to shift that focus onto fueling and nourishing your body rather than restricting it. So no more cutting out your favorite foods or sticking to unrealistic calorie targets. Yes, as fat loss is a primary goal, we will still be working in a calorie deficit, but ensuring that it's actually something you can adhere to. And of course, if fat loss isn't your primary goal, then we adjust that for you. So it's not just something you're going to power through with for 8 weeks so you can then go back to doing what you were doing before. It's like a lifestyle transformation, as it were. So the big difference, or the real game changer, even if I do say so myself, is that I've created unique methods that you can apply to real life. Because let's face it, tracking every single calorie every day until you reach your goals just isn't realistic. So the approach to nutrition that I have created is a little bit more flexible if you choose to do it that way. Again, as I say, it's completely up to you. It's tailored to you. So we will discuss about what methods, what protocols will work best for you. Another thing that might be different from previous tries is the support. So this isn't a here's your calories, good luck kind of program like you might find with like Weight Watchers. You'll have me, so not access to an assistant coach, not automated messages, but actually working with me directly. And I will be in your corner every step of the way. So you'll have ongoing support through the week. So when challenges pop up, we tackle them together in real time. And this isn't an 8-week challenge where you see short-term results only to fall back into old habits. Over our time together, you'll learn how to integrate your goals into your lifestyle. You'll build habits that stick and discover how to balance reaching your goals and living your life. So no more all or nothing thinking. And you might not think, oh, I'm not very all or nothing, but honestly, once we start to uncover previous kind of black and white all or nothing thinking that you have with dieting. So we're going to break that. We're going to move away from that. So this time is going to work because it's not just about following a program. It's about creating a plan that works for you with the right tools, the right mindset, the right support, and I'll be there with you every step of the way, making sure that this is the time that you succeed. I like to think there's no way you can fail at something unless you choose to give up. So no matter what challenges you are faced with on the way, we will navigate them together and we won't give up. Okay, so let's talk about practicalities of the program. I want you to feel 100% confident in how Fuel and Thrive works so you know exactly what you'll be getting. So you'll receive completely personalized nutrition protocols because, as we said, one size doesn't fit all. And instead, we'll collaborate to create a plan that works specifically for you, your goals, your lifestyle, your food preferences. I'll guide you in implementing protocols that suit your life, making sure everything feels achievable. I'll also create a training program tailored to your needs. So whether you're an absolute beginner or more advanced, we'll design something that's realistic, doable, and fits into your life. Even if you need to work out at home rather than a gym, that's what we will do. And I'll get you to send me videos as well so we can refine your technique together, just ensuring that you're getting the most out of your training, that you feel confident with the movement and therefore are able to progress. Every week, you'll receive a comprehensive check-in form to review your week and make any adjustments to your program if necessary. I will be making those adjustments, not you, obviously. Most importantly, the check-in will really give us the opportunity to see what's working, what isn't, how we can come up with solutions to any barriers you're facing. Like, the check-ins are imperative to a successful coaching journey. And if you are thinking about hopping on this program, you've got to be all in the sense that remember that we're going to be a partnership and we need to kind of meet in the middle with this. I will give you the tools, I will give you the techniques, I will give you that guidance, but I really need you to apply. And things like the check-ins, the more details you give me, the more I can help you. On top of the check-ins, we'll also have our monthly review call. So this will be over Zoom and it gives us an opportunity to chat more in depth about how the month has gone and what you want to focus on for the following month. It's really important to continually reassess where you are, refocus, and come back to your why so that we know we're still on the right track. And also things change. Like you might find during this time, your goals change. So our check-ins and review calls allow us to delve deeper into this and adapt the program accordingly. I think it's a great way to just, especially, I know I've said this, but just to stay really focused. Otherwise it can get a bit monotonous, I think, at times. And just always coming back to that why. And that's what we'll do in the monthly review calls. One thing that a lot of programs are missing is education. So most people can follow a plan, but if you don't understand why, how will you continue to implement it long term? Knowledge is power, right? So you'll have access to educational resources. Educational? That's a new word. I'm going to say it again. Educational resources that will kind of empower you, I like to think, with the tools and the knowledge to achieve your goals long term. And most importantly, you'll get support and guidance from me every single step of the way. Anytime you need help, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp and I'll get back to you within a 24-hour period. This is on top of your check-ins and review calls because I never want you to feel lost or alone. I do ask for a minimum commitment of 8 weeks. So why 8 weeks? Like I said, it's not a quick fix or a fad diet. You'll definitely see results in this time frame, but real lasting change takes time. So many clients choose to stay on longer to truly cement progress and reach a strong position with your goals. So the minimum commitment is 8 weeks, but I would have a sort of expectation that you will stay longer to really get into a good position to where you want to be. Okay, so if you've made it this far, well done you. But I'm guessing there's a part of you that's interested in signing up. But maybe there's also a part of you that's holding you back. I know making a decision like this can feel really daunting. Maybe you've been burned before with programs that promise big results and left you feeling stuck and frustrated. Maybe you're hesitant to invest in yourself because you've tried so many things that didn't work. Like, I get it, trust me. But let's take a moment to imagine what is possible. Picture yourself waking up in a body that feels strong, capable, and full of energy. You're no longer guessing what to eat, no longer stressing about workouts, no longer trapped in a cycle of starting over. And I know this might feel like a dream, but it can be your reality because once that felt like a dream to me and it is my reality now. And it's the kind of transformation that I've seen over and over again with the women that I work with. So I wanted to create something that truly integrates fat loss and fitness into your life in a way that feels sustainable. We start where you are. Small steps tailored to your lifestyle, building your confidence and momentum as we go without having to sacrifice the things that matter to you or flipping your whole life outside up. We start where you are. Small steps tailored to your lifestyle, building your confidence and momentum as we go without having to sacrifice the things that really matter to you or flipping your whole life upside down. See the investment as one for your future self. Like, this is something I always do with my clients. I just say, what will future you thank you for? And this future you is someone who feels confident in their body, who understands how to fuel their body, and who feels great in their choices and lifestyle, and who knows how to keep the results long term. Maybe you're thinking, this sounds good, but I've got a holiday coming up or these events, so now isn't a good time to start. Well, let me tell you something. There's never going to be a good time to start. Something is always going to be happening. But wouldn't it be good to know how to navigate these things so that you can do them and actually achieve your goals? Otherwise, you're honestly just going to be procrastinating and putting it off forever. And then before you know it, it's going to be next year. I know what it feels like to think that nothing works. But I've also seen some amazing results that can be achieved when you stop chasing quick fixes and start building something real. Fuel and Thrive isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about showing up even when life gets messy and knowing you have someone in your corner to guide and support you. In a year's time, you could be thinking, I'm so glad I started this, or feeling the same as you do now. I know which one I'd rather. And maybe you're thinking, oh, I don't really have time to work out. I just want to focus on nutrition. Honestly, you're not going to get the results that you want just by looking at the nutrition. If you want a strong, healthy, toned, fit body, you are going to have to implement some form of workouts. But, if you can only work out at home for 2 20-minute sessions a week, that's what we'll do. If you've got no equipment, we'll work around that. Honestly, there's no barrier that we can't face together through this program. And once you start working out and getting that consistency, like I said, even if it's just 2 times a week, you're going to see such transformation really quickly and you're going to feel really good. So even if you're a bit nervous about that, know that we can start where you are. Like, I remember I was really nervous about going to the gym. So I started by using, I just got an adjustable dumbbell set at home. And then when I got more familiar with the gym and I felt a bit more confident from feedback from my coach at the time, I would go and use the dumbbells in the gym. And then I felt more confident to use the gym floor. And maybe you just work at home forever, and that's absolutely fine too. But I don't want that side of it to be a barrier to stop you from feeling amazing and feeling your best. Unfortunately, when we hit the age of 40, our muscle starts to atrophy around 10% a decade, which is quite a lot. And the only way you can combat this is through strength training. Same with the changes in your body during menopause. Combat this with strength training. It's the answer to a lot of things. So if you're ready to finally put yourself and your goals first, you can apply for coaching in the show notes. If you have any more questions, feel free to send me a WhatsApp, the link for which is also in the show notes. And I really appreciate your time and I appreciate you listening to this. And if you have any more questions or hesitations, please do reach out and ask. I firmly believe that this will be the answer to break that yo-yo dieting cycle. So thank you for listening, and I will chat to you next time.